Hello.
Okay. That was closer than I wanted. Okay. I think we're good. Good? All right. So, I'm going to begin. Hello. Most of you are probably wondering why I stand before you today. I am here to discuss the use of a specific word, retarded. Now, to most of you, this might not seem like a very significant word, but to others, it can be extremely hurtful. The R word, which was once used to medically describe someone with an intellectual impairment, is now being used as a word to describe someone or something that is undesirable, stupid, or foolish. And my sister is none of those things. 3 years ago, we got the news, a surprise that forever changed the lives of my mom was 14 weeks pregnant when she went in for the ultrasound. It was a trip full of excitement and curiosity. Throughout the room, there were constant bets on whether the gender would be a male or a female, and the silent prayers that it would be a boy, only because my mom already had 4 girls with not a boy in the bunch, except for my dad. The ultrasound technician came in and did the usual procedure and began to explore the beautiful child that was yet to be seen. With the screen turned, the technician took a little longer than usual to observe the image. She quickly told my mom it was thought to be a baby girl, and then the doctor would call in a few days to discuss the results. A few days had passed, and my mom had received the message from the doctor wanting to further talk about the ultrasound. My sister had a club foot, which isn't rare, but the fluid in her spinal cord grew attention. This fluid meant that she most likely would have a chromosome defect and that she would be born with an intellectual impairment. We were giving 3 possible cases, 2 of which the doctor said she wouldn't live over a few years or even weeks. 1 in every 691 babies are born with trisomy 21, also known as Down syndrome. 1 in every 7,906 babies are born with trisomy 13. And 1 in every 3,762 babies are born with trisomy 18. Both 18 and 13 were deadly cases. Knowing that you could potentially watch your little sister die is not something I would like to relive again. We were scared. Scared that she wouldn't grow old enough to say her first words. Scared she wouldn't grow old enough to walk or crawl or even roll over. We waited for a week to hear the official news from the doctor about what case my sister had exactly. In that week, there were lots of tears shed, not because we knew she would have a learning disability, but because we weren't sure how long she would survive. We got the call. When we received the final results, we couldn't have been more relieved. She was diagnosed with trisomy 21, most commonly known as Down syndrome. It is caused by abnormal cell divisions within the chromosome 21. Down syndrome is the most common chromosomal disorder today. People with trisomy 21 are not stupid. They simply just learn at a shorter pace than most. And this doesn't change the fact that they are still humans. They eat, play, and have emotions just like any other person. If anything, people with Down syndrome are better than the average human. They don't show hate towards one another, and they smile at the little things in life. My sister, Embry, loves to dance and eat. This little girl finds so much happiness within just a plate of food, and boy, do I wish I could show that much love and appreciation for something that to many is so insignificant. Emmylou, as I like to call her, brings happiness to everyone she meets. I've yet to find a person that she can't make smile even on their worst days. She's a beautiful human being that wants nothing more than to butt scoot around and love everyone. As you might see. The cruelest and most catastrophic thing a person can do is to insult some of the most caring and innocent people this world has to offer us. They can't change. They were beautifully made that way. My sister doesn't go around calling people names and making fun of others because of their appearance. Why should we take a word that was medically used to describe my sister and now use it in a foul way? It's a complete insult to anyone who has or knows someone with an intellectual impairment. Now, it might be difficult to see where I'm coming from. Just a few years ago, I too had said the R word to describe a situation I thought was stupid. Yet I finally realized the true negative impact that word has on many people within our society. Nobody wants to feel like they are unwanted, and using the R word creates that wedge. And that goes for race, gender, or beliefs. Nobody should be put down because they're different. Remember, different is beautiful. Oh, that test was so retarded. My retarded pen won't write. Oh my gosh, that kid is making retarded faces again. Think about the context of how that word was just used. It was meant to mean something horrible, foolish, and or undesirable. Now, would you use that word to describe my sister? The innocent little girl who dances to Taylor Swift and loves to give kisses? The innocent little girl who finds more happiness in her first waking minutes than many people find in their whole day? The innocent little girl who doesn't hold grudges and will never judge another human being based on their race, gender, or by the fact that they have an extra chromosome? Who's the stupid one now? I know many of you are not intentionally trying to discriminate people with intellectual impairments. Most of you probably didn't even realize how much damage that one word carries, and that is why I stand here today. To allow you all to see the ugliness and hate that that word portrays to my family and all others who know someone with an impairment. Yes, my sister learns at a slower rate, but that does not make her stupid, foolish, and or undesirable. That is what makes her unique. Language is so beyond powerful. It has the power to lift someone to their highest points, and it has the power to degrade someone to their lowest. So I want you to please think. I want you to think about what you're saying before you label that test as retarded. I want you to think about what you're saying before you call that boy gay. I want you to think before you call someone stupid or ugly. Because to you, they may be just words, but to someone else, they can change their whole self-image into self-hate. And do you want to be the cause of that catastrophe? Thank you.
And we're going to show a quick slideshow of some pictures of Embry.
All right. So, what is Spread the Word to End the Word? Well, it's an ongoing effort to raise awareness of society about the hurtful effects of the word retard or retarded, and encourage people to pledge to stop using the R word. The campaign is intended to get schools, communities, and organizations to rally and pledge their support to help create communities of inclusion and acceptance of all people. Well, this was a video. We were unable to load it, but it's a good one. So some questions that some people might ask are, but mental retardation is a medical term, so are you saying that we can't use that now either? Yes, it was a medical term that was once used to describe people that have an impairment of some sorts. But I'm not up here to ban a word. I just want to raise awareness about how you guys use it in a derogatory way, and how that hurts and is kind of directed as an insult towards my family and others who face the same issue. Other things, you don't need to use the R word to make fun of others and or describe something you dislike. Instead of retarded, use intellectually impaired to describe those who have an impairment. And just remember, there are many different words to use other than the R word. So tomorrow during class, you guys are going to have the opportunity in the class advisories to take the pledge online. I did it the other day. It's super, super easy. It only takes a few minutes and it doesn't require much. You just go on, you put your name, your school, you click on the Take Pledge button, and you have the opportunity to help take this into take a positive step towards ending this word for good. And we also have these cute little bracelets that we'll be handing out to everyone if you'd like one. So, thank you guys for being good listeners.